15 Things Not to Do in Bhutan. Bhutan is a country which is often revered as one of the peace-loving nations that have endured its cultural roots even in this 21st century. A visit to this tranquil and scenic piece of land will get you acquainted with the peace, harmony, brotherhood, and warmth that prevails here. While planning a visit to this gorgeous and happy country, visitors should always keep certain things in mind. During the tour, visitors should not indulge in things or activities that could disturb the local settings or their cultural values at any cost. Here is a list of certain don'ts that visitors should strictly follow while visiting the land of thunder dragons. Number 1. Getting a Bhutan visa or travel permit. Unless you are an Indian, Maldivian or Bangladeshi visitor, an essential thing to acquire before you set foot on the Bhutan border is to get your visa, without which you would be instructed to return. The Tourism Council of Bhutan, based in Thimphu, processes the visa applications of the SAARC countries in exchange for $40 as a processing fee, and the duration is 72 hours at the most. Once approved, you will be given your visa and clearance letter to be presented at the entry port. Number 2. Beware of dogs. In years past, Bhutan's dogs helped yak herders protect their livestock, but lately the stray population in towns has swelled. Packs of dogs bark all night, especially anywhere near Paro and Thimphu town centers. Also, don't try to pet them. They bite, and a trip to the general hospital for a series of rabies shots is not an adventure. Number 3. Don't try to get inked. Tattoo parlors and tattoos are illegal, but they're still increasingly popular with the young. A government ban on tattoo parlors and tattoo art has forced the few professional tattoo artists underground. Now artists work in private homes and rely on word of mouth and social media to keep their businesses afloat. Critics of the tattoo ban say the government's overly conservative view of national identity has forced artists to struggle, and is creating a public health issue by forcing the parlors to go illicit. Number 4. Learn Western table manners. In most of the country, rice is eaten the same way as in other parts of South Asia. Collect a morsel of food with the first 2 fingers, and use your thumb to push food into your mouth. In Western Bhutan, it's a little different. Clean your hands before the meal by rolling a bit of rice into a ball, then rubbing it into your palms and fingers. Then, make more balls out of the rice and dip them into your curry. Number 5. Do not indulge in mountaineering. The Bhutanese government permits hiking or trekking up to 6,000 meters elevation, but anything beyond that is forbidden, as mountain peaks are considered as sacred. This is why mountaineering is not practiced here. However, you can get in touch with the only rock climbing club named Vertical Bhutan Climbing Club, or VBCC, which has easy to challenging climbing routes along the nose. Number 6. Pack your clothes according to tradition and weather. In terms of clothing, especially in monasteries and shrines, Bhutan is quite conservative. Regardless of men and women, always make sure you have covered your legs, chest, waist, shoulders and back. Carry a sarong, jacket, shawl, shrug or scarf to do so. Take an umbrella and raincoat if you are traveling in monsoon. If you are trekking or cycling, carry comfortable hiking or cycling shoes and flat trainers with sufficient traction. Winter caps, muffler, gloves and socks are to be kept too. Number 7. Be respectful towards astrology and phallic tradition. Just as you are expected to cover your body while visiting a dzong or any religious shrine, you should also respect the tradition of phallic painting on walls, doorways and also phallic sculptures as part of the teaching of the saint, Drukpa Kunle. Astrology is another matter that Bhutanese feel sensitively about, and you should never interfere with any astrological ritual performed by any local. Number 8. Transportation. Those having vertigo, mountain sickness and motion sickness tendencies should carry medicines, and opt for private cars, or buses instead of government buses, or shared taxis. Take a break at regular intervals to freshen up. Carry dry food and water for long journeys. Number 9, don't smoke in public. Bhutan is the only country in the world that completely bans the sale and production of tobacco, and naturally, smoking is banned in public places. Tourists and the Bhutanese elite can bring in 200 cigarettes, but ask your guide to find a place to light up. Smuggling tobacco can net someone 3 years in prison. Number 10, mind your guide. Well-drilled tour guides, wearing the traditional go, or its female equivalent kira, will be at your side throughout, offering useful information about religion, culture, and anything you want to know about Bhutan, as long as it's not controversial. Most guides steer visitors away from any discussion of Western influence, which might complicate the tourism board's official narrative of Bhutan's Shangri-La status. On your last day, it's customary to tip your guide about $15 to $20 for each day spent with them, or give them a small gift from your country. Number 11, not buying SIM card on arrival. Ask your local guide to help you purchase a SIM on arrival, but make sure you unlock your phone before you insert the SIM card. 2G and 3G connectivity are available throughout the country, and Wi-Fi is available in most hotels in major cities. Connectivity might be touch and go, but in a country that is still largely disconnected from the outside world, this is one of the best things about traveling in Bhutan. Number 12, buy handicrafts but not antiques. Bhutan monitors and prohibits the export of any antique. So, if you don't want to get punished, don't go for it. You can buy handicrafts from the local markets as the shopkeepers sell them at a cheap price. This is one of the most important Bhutan travel tips, as people tend to be unaware about the rule that they can't carry antiques. Number 13, don't disrespect the royal family. The people of Bhutan look upon their monarchs as incarnation of gods. They also don't appreciate disrespect of their religious sentiments and figures, along with the 1990s Nepali issue. So, make sure that you do not mock them in any way. Number 14, photography. Do not take pictures in restricted areas of a monastery, dzong or temple. Ask your guide beforehand whether filming or photographing is allowed. Also, take off shoes while entering any monastery, if instructed. Number 15, currency. Bhutanese ngultram is the official currency of Bhutan, which is equivalent to Indian rupees. To the interior places, you will get ngultrams as a change against Indian rupees, but in the urban areas, you would get Indian currency as change. Credit cards are not accepted in any small shop, but most hotels and large handicraft stores. US dollars are also accepted, but if you are an English citizen, or come from some other country, it is better to get your currency exchanged at any bank or the airport. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel.